A reading from St. Luke's Gospel, just to remind you of this morning's Gospel. When some were speaking about the temple, how it was adorned with beautiful stones and gifts dedicated to God, he said, "As for these things that you see, the days will come when not one stone will be left upon another, all will be thrown down." They asked him, "Teacher, when will this be, and what will be the sign that it is about to take place?" And he said, "Beware that you are not led astray, for many will come in my name and say, 'I am he,' and 'the time is near.' Do not go after them. When you hear of wars and insurrections, do not be terrified, for these things must take place first, but the end will not follow immediately." Then he said to them, "Nation will rise against nation, and kingdoms against kingdom. There will be great earthquakes in various places, famines and plagues, and there will be dreadful portents and great signs from heaven. But before all this occurs, they will arrest you and persecute you. They will hand you over to synagogues and prisons, and you will be brought before kings and governors because of my name. This will give you an opportunity to testify, to make up your minds, not to prepare your defense in advance. For I will give you words and a wisdom that none of your opponents will be able to withstand or contradict. You will be betrayed even by parents and siblings, by relatives and friends, and they will put some of you to death. You will be hated by all because of my name, but not a hair of your head will perish. By your endurance you will gain your life." How do you react when you hear the terrible things that will happen in the world? Do you feel that they are already happening? Countries are at war. The earth is being destroyed through depletion of its resources and climate change. How does that make you feel? Afraid because it is out of control, or a feeling of compassion that moves you to doing something practical? By your endurance you will gain your life. And how do you feel when Jesus predicts that you will suffer betrayal and persecution because of him? That life will not be easy. Do you feel happy to bear witness? Consoled that Jesus himself will give you an eloquence and wisdom that our opponents will be unable to contradict? Encouraged by Jesus' own endurance to his opponents? By your endurance you will gain your life. Have you ever experienced hatred in your life? Did the fact that Jesus also faced hatred give you the courage to face yours? Does Jesus also give you courage when he tells you that not a hair of your head will be lost? Do you think that he is telling you that despite these terrible predictions, you should not lose heart? Speak to Jesus about these difficulties you will face. Ask him for the courage, strength and faith to follow his example and to trust in God's mercy and protection despite these difficulties. The ultimate message is one of enduring hope, grounded in faith. It encourages us to remain steadfast, knowing that even in times of hardship, God is present and provides strength, and that by persevering in faith, we will gain eternal life. I'd like to finish with a prayer of St. Francis. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. By your endurance you will gain your lives.